Good afternoon and welcome to my live event today on Wednesday the 31st of August 2022. We're going to make two cards today and they are both out of the annual catalogue, but a couple of little notices before I start with those. Just a reminder, today is the last day of celebration, so if you've been sort of sitting on the fence as to whether you wanted something, today is the last day you can get these free items. So don't wait any longer. Mini catalogue, we're not using that actually today, but it's still going strong and still available on the online store, and anything you wish to purchase, just give me a yell and I can organise that for you. The two catalogues, if you purchase anything in these in the next, well, probably 12 hours, 10 hours, is what you can get your free items. So purchase $110 from either of these two catalogues or the clearance rack as well if you're a few cents short, and get your free items from the celebrations. So that, as I say, finishes today. We're going to be using the annual catalogue today for all of our cards, both of our cards, all of the items in our cards. The first one we're going to do is using the oh, look at that, opened up, especially on the page, the Hues of Happiness suite. Now, this is just, I've used this so many times and we will be using it again before the end of the year, but it is just gorgeous. The papers are gorgeous, the stamps are gorgeous, the dies are just stunning. The whole suite is gorgeous. I didn't buy mine as a suite, I just bought it bits and pieces at a time. I did buy the stamps and dies as a bundle because you save 10% on that, which is a good saving. And so yeah, you buy the bundle, you get that on 10% discount, but you don't have to, you can buy the stamps one week and the dies another time. The dies do fit the DSP paper, so that's another good score. And then it also comes with these absolutely gorgeous gems as well, which are called glossy dot assortments, and there's red, there's purple, there's yellow, there's blue. They are just gorgeous. So that is the first card we're going to do. So we're going to be working with Mango Melody for a different card base today, and I have already cut out the die for the background of this card. Now, some of these pop out and some of them don't. So just be aware that when you're popping them out, they're not all popping out. Some do, and then some are just cut like that, so they just pop up. So if you come at it from the other side and see, it just sits up. So it doesn't pop right out. It's just a there for effect. So I'll just pop out the rest of these. Whoops, that's the one that doesn't pop out. So just, now you can keep all these little bits and make confetti out of them, or for shaker cards, or whichever you like, or you can just store them in your wheelie bin, which will be where mine go, because I have lots. So just popping all of those out, and then you can see the beautiful colour paper from behind. That one's supposed to come out, but it's just stuck. And just like so. This is the Take Your Pick tool that I'm using here, or commonly known in my house as a pokey tool. And it is a marvellous addition to your goodies in your craft room. You can poke, you can pick up, because this back end here is a putty end, it's grown too far, so, but you can just pick up small items with that. Just cut that piece off there, and now I've probably cut too much off, but see, you just pick them up and then pop them on your card. So it just picks up your sequins and your gems and things. It also comes with a brush, which is a separate attachment. But when you purchase it, it comes with the two ends. So you've got this end. Oops, that's just gone on the floor. This pokey end also has a spatula on it. So just a great all-round everyday tool. So yeah, I'm just going to pop up some of these ones from the back, just so that they have that bit of dimension on them. That one's a full one. You don't have to pop them up, you can just leave them sitting down, but they do look good popped up. So that's all I'm going to do today for that one. That one there comes out, as does that one. I think I've got all the out ones. You can always pick those other ones up at a later later time, and just popping them up from the front. Right, so now we've got all this little mess. So we'll just pop them over there so they don't all fall on the floor. As I say, Mango Melody is the no, it's not. It's Mambo. Where's my loan border? Here. I'm just going to check the name of that paper because I think I've just given you the wrong name. So in the back of your annual catalogue is all of the colour families of the cardstock, which then blends with the papers, and it's on page that one. Here we go. Page 142. Now this is called Melon Mambo. It is Melon Mambo. Okay, so I was right. So we're going to have that onto here, just with liquid adhesive. I've said before, all adhesives are in the back of the annual catalogue under adhesives. There are the dimensionals, there's the glue, there's the seal running tapes, and this plus and the regular one. There's tear and tape. What's it called? The sticky tape. It's not called sticky tape. The adhesive sheets, and all under adhesive page. So they are in the back of the catalogue as well. Okay, so that's going on there. This piece is just going to go on the top of that piece with a small border. So now with this one, because you've got the holes, don't glue over the holes, otherwise it'll ooze out. So just very gently around the edge. If you want the middle piece to stick down and not be floating, just put a little bit of glue on those solid pieces there, just to hold them down flat. And then we're going to get this piece and put it on here. Now this isn't square, so just making sure that you've got it the right way to give you a border all the way around of the Melon Mambo. So like that. Now, the liquid adhesive is movable for a minute or two, so you can move it. Funny that, movable, but it means that it doesn't. You can have a little bit of time to adjust your card. Right, now this is one of the pieces out of Hues of Happiness Designer Series paper. Absolutely gorgeous. I'm just going to pop that down on the bottom here so that it gives you that bit of colour. And as you can see, it's got the lovely plain backing on it with the rainbow colours, so another great asset to the papers. Another border on the sides and across the bottom. And of course a huge border across the top because we've got all this area here. So that goes there. So then you've got the card opening up that way. So it's a, I've got a drippy nose. It's a unfold card. So then we've got these. Now these, you can cut these out with the dies. Some of these have actually been cut out with my scan and cut, which has cut into here, which was not a good idea. But anyway, it was saving me some time. So I'm just going to pop that. Now that can go underneath there and they won't even see that piece. So this one's going to be glued down with adhesive. Just cut the dots. Whoops. So I'm going to pop that on there so that that piece is underneath. And then I'm going to put adhesive dimensionals on the back of this one and give it a lift up. What is my camera moving today every time I touch the table? So that one there. Now the take your pick tool can also lift these off and keeps them from going all over the floor. You can then pick them up with your hand and put them in the rubbish bin, because as we know, dimensional backings love to follow us around the house. So that goes there. And I think I'll just put that pale pink one there. Well, I won't. I'll just leave it there for a minute and see what I've done with it. And then we've got some leaves. Again, these were cut out with the scan and cut. Bit of glue on the back of the leaf. Oops, that's way too much, Felicity. So what I will do is take it off with a bit of this glue on the back of here and pop that one underneath there. And this one, whoops, now I've dropped it. I'll pick that up with me. Take your pick tool. No, it's going to stick to the glue. The glue is stuck to the table rather. So put that one there, and therefore then I will adhere that one. Oops, that's the wrong way. So popping those down, and then I will just pop this one underneath. Hold that down with your finger, just to catch the glue for a wee second. It doesn't take long for it to catch. Oh, I've got more glue on the table. This is why you use your silicone mat, Felicity, so you don't get glue all over your table. Now I've just scraped all those little bits on the floor. Really clever. Okay, so that is the front of that. Now, we should have had a piece of white for underneath there so you could do your sentiment on, but obviously I don't. And then I've cut out some labels which are cut from the Nature's Print, and I'm just going to pop that there when I put a sentiment on it, so you can pop your own sentiment on there and make it whatever sort of card you want to make it. So that would then go there. Okay, beautiful card, beautiful paper. I don't think you could ever go wrong with that paper and make a bad card myself. Right, so the next one we're going to be using, and this is called Elephant Parade, and it also is in the annual catalogue, and it is on page 48, and it too is a bundle, so you can get it in the bundle, which has got the 3 cute little elephants, a mouse, some peanuts, some leaves. If you used those leaves before, you can make it a baby card, a friendship card, a thank you card, whichever you like. So as a bundle, you get the stamps and dies, and it's 90 New Zealand dollars. So that's a good buy and a great versatile card for just about any project you want to do, and that's on page 48 of the annual catalogue. So what we're going to do here is This is done with the gingham embossing folder, and I'm just going to, actually I might use that sort, I think. I don't know, it doesn't really matter by the look of it. It's one of those ones that's ambidextrous. So I'm just going to pop this on the white piece, and like so. So it's got a little bit of bigger border, a little bit bigger border around it than we normally have, just for a little change. So that gingham embossed panel goes on there. We then, now you can colour your elephants if you want. I might do it later, but I'm not colouring it just at the moment. So I'll just put him on here, and he can go just down here and underneath the circle, which is cut out with the something shapes, elegant shapes. And I have just cut these leaves or grass or whatever they're called from the dies, and we're just going to pop those there. I might even just lay them on top of each other like that, so they just will get glued onto there with a little bit of adhesive. I'm going to just put the adhesive across the bottom, because then you can actually give this a bit of movement by curling up your ends. So popping that one there, and then just curling up your ends of your grass and just giving it, possibly with the bone folder might be easier, just giving it, because grass doesn't sit flat like that. Whoops, sorry, that noise was probably quite loud. Okay. Hello, Anne. Good afternoon to you too. Nice to see you on here. Still getting my head around how to do this stream yard thing, but it just means that I can put it onto YouTube as well as onto Facebook. And then I just might put that one there as well. This is actually cut out of a bit of DSP. No, I won't. Put the balloon onto his trunk with a dimensional behind it. I just might just use a mini dimensional of that. The first one I grabbed is an ordinary size one, so that can just go on the table because it's stuck down, and just a little bit of glue on the string of the balloon, popping it onto his trunk and just leaving it sitting there. Now I'm going to cut this piece with snips, and I'm just going to cut it on a bit of an angle like that and like that. Just means you don't have to worry about it being straight then. Might put that on dimensionals too. I might put this down on, I might just put this elephant down first before I put any more dimensionals on the card. So the elephant just goes down the bottom here, like that. Probably a little bit round so that he's a little more straight, although it's on a circle, so I don't think you can get a straight circle. And then just popping this across the bottom, and as it is big enough, it should fit the full size dimensionals, but if you're a little worried, you can use the mini ones. The dimensionals come in two sizes, mini and regular, and then they also come in black as well as the white ones. The black ones are actually sold as a twin pack, so you get the mini and the regular size ones in the twin pack. So that's like that. And bone folder on the crease of the card. Pop that on there. Do I want to dimension that? No, I'll just make it flat. There are also dimensional strips. Well, they're not called dimension strips. They're called, yep, the name's gone. And they are just not quite so high as the dimensionals. But if you're wanting to make a shaker card and that sort of thing, they are better because they're longer, like they're probably 12 inches long, and then you can put it around the edge of your shaker card, and the shakers don't come out. That's not quite straight, but that'll do. So that's on there. Now I've made this one, but I don't appear to have a white one for the back of it. So I don't know whether you've got a white one in your kits or not, because that's not going to show up on there. So I hope you've got a white one in your kits. This is the Amazing Thanks die, and it is in the annual catalogue under page 169. So you've got thanks, amazing, you are, and then you have the backing ones as well. So the shadows, and we have used them before, but I had a feeling that I had made some white ones for the back of this so that it showed up, but I don't have one here, so I'm not going to actually pop this on just at the moment until I cut one out. I'm hoping you have. And have you got a white shadowed for the thanks? Because it's not going to show up on there if we don't put that out with my pokey tool, Felicity. It'll come out quicker. Okay, so that comes out of there. A little bit is still stuck. We'll put that bit there. And then just pop these pieces out of the middle. No, you haven't. Okay, so maybe we didn't put them in, but I don't know why I would have done it like this, to have this showing on the Coastal Cabana paper cardstock, because it's not going to show up. But anyway, maybe I'm going to put it on the inside then. Come on, poke out, little thing. This little piece that's got it. Right, so that doesn't really, whoops, hang on a minute, I missed a bit. Doesn't really show up on there. I suppose it does, doesn't it? No, I'm not going to put that on there. I will just put a piece on the middle and pop it on the inside, just for a bit of a change. So pop that there and then that on there. Okay. No, I don't know that I like that like that. It's too blank at the top now. Might have been all right if I'd put it at the rubber, not in there. Maybe if I put it on mini dimensionals, where are they? That. The mini dimensionals have 720 in the packet. So, no, they're going to be too big for on there. No. I suppose you can see it. it's your decision as to whether you're going to pop it on the front or on the inside. I'll just put the inside panel in first. So you have a choice of putting it on the front, because it does show up, I suppose. Mind you, it won't show so well when it's glued down. Or we could just add a white strip behind it, like that, and then pop that on there, couldn't we? Here's my trimmer, not here. It's in the other room. But we could do that, couldn't we? Look, I've got some white strips in here, maybe. In my little stash in here. And none of them are big enough. But if you just made a white strip and then popped, so see that just sticks out, shows up so much better. What I might do is, you have the choice of what you're going to do with that, but what I might do is cut out a white shadow thanks and pop them in your next lot of kits, and you can make your decision as to you want to put that behind it, or if you want to just leave it flat like that, or put it on the inside. But I don't want it like that. Okay, so that's yet another unfinished card. We're doing well with those, aren't we? But these are the 2 cards we've made today, with all this clutter here and the rubbish. So this one, you put your own sentiment on it, and you can dimension that up or just leave it flat, whichever. And then this one, we will make a decision about that. I will send you the shadow thanks for that with the next kits, which must be coming due to make. And then you can make a decision as to whether you want to put it flat, whether you want to put the white behind it, or how you want to do it. And I would suggest you colour your elephant and your balloon. But they are our 2 cards today. Hues of Happiness, Elephant Parade, gorgeous stamp sets, gorgeous bundles, gorgeous sweet, and just a gorgeous day. Well, it is actually. It's absolutely stunning out there today, and it's supposed to be for the rest of the week, so that's nice. So I would like to just thank you for joining me this afternoon, and I will say ta-ta for now. And yeah, so reminder, celebration finishes today. So if you wanted anything and you want to place an order, you've got to get it in before you go to bed tonight. Okay, thank you very much. Bye-bye.